Right, I don't know if you care, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So with this in continuity mode, set to beeps, beep. So I'm not getting voltage on pin 1 for auto 1 anymore. I have traced that down to this pin here on this tiny little thing here. What do you want to call that? So I've traced that to there. I then started probing around the board and I traced this pin here up to this MOSFET here. I then started probing around the voltages. So if I bring the multimeter in a shot, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but we'll try it. So that's a voltage DC. Put that on a ground. If I probe the top pin on this MOSFET, I can get my probe in there, I've got 3.4 volts, right? If I then probe the source on this, the drain on this, I believe, 0 volts. If I set this back to continuity, I change it to beep on continuity so we don't have to look at it. If I put that in there and I drain, I do the, I believe this is the gate. I've looked at this, so I believe this is the gate, this is the source, and this is the drain. So if I check the gate on this, that's pulled to ground. If I've understood this MM2K MOSFET or transistor, I think it's a MOSFET, correctly, what should happen is this gets pulled to ground, which then lets the voltage flow from the source to the drain. And I'm not getting that. If I go back to voltage, just to confirm, we can see I have 3.5 volts sat here waiting to get through. Then go to the drain, I have nothing getting through, 0.092 volts. So nothing there, and I'm in standby right now. So I should be getting standby voltage. And just to confirm that that is being pulled down to ground, if I pull power, so we're not powered on anymore, that should a little flash off a little LED. But we're not getting power anymore. In theory then, I shouldn't get a ground, or I shouldn't get continuity to ground. So I put that on there and I probe that. I'm not anymore. So that is being pulled down by something to ground. And that's still doing its job. It's still getting pulled down to ground. But this little badger, which actually looking at it there looks like it's got a bit of a crack in it. But this little badger isn't doing its job and letting the voltage from there to there when this is pulled down. So I think that's my problem.